So I feel like the Indian manufacturing segment is definitely growing in the biggest ways possible, especially due to the Make in India side. The campaign is promoting Making in India, which is the manufacturing of India. And it's been coming up. It's always been one of the strengths of India, I feel like, in the past, where we're very handy people and we can create amazing things. In India, we've always been talked about as a country full of jugaad, and which is very true to itself because we've always found an easy, quick, amazing solution to a very complicated problem. And now is the time when we're also going beyond that jugaad and creating products out of the same thing. It makes so much sense to make hardware in India because one, we can test at a very fast rate, and at the same time we can produce them at a much cheaper rate. While I was working for this company, Inetra, in Boston, we used to use various makerspaces and labs to prototype the device, use 3D printers or use laser cutters, and at the same time quickly create a prototype of what we had in our heads. But when I moved back to India, we didn't have access to the same prototyping tools. So Makers Asylum started as a Sunday meetup to get people together to build tables or to do simple carpentry. Over time, more and more exciting people started getting together on those meetups, and we only grew bigger and the community only got more vibrant. So when we started back in Inetra's office, we were making things like LED cubes or water bottle bazookas, all sorts of little fun weekend projects. Now we've been seeing people do everything from healthcare diagnostics to building a satellite ground station to building a full-fledged auto rickshaw or to building a scooter, which is an electric scooter. So the projects have developed in terms of from small weekend projects to proper full-scale projects that people are taking out. For example, a while back, a doctor came to us. He wanted to build a couple of additions to his existing setup in his clinic to be able to take images of his patients' retinas. He started collaborating with some designers over here and other individuals that they started making these adapters which would just add on to a slit lamp inside a clinic and attach to his phone to be able to take images of the patient's retinas. So it was a very frugal approach to a very complicated problem. Another very important thing about this project is the doctor himself worked on it. Where do you see a doctor actually going and getting his hands dirty and coming up with hardware to solve his own problems? And now he's created a bunch of them. He has made newer versions of the same thing. He made about 10 different prototypes of it, and he's selling them in the market.